My entire childhood consisted of having a New York accent despite being born and raised here in California. During my first grade reading class, I was reading Red Riding Hood aloud to the other students when my teacher noticed the dissatisfaction along with not being able to say my R's. She expressed concern to my parents, and I was put into a speech therapy class at school. After 3 hardworking years, my speech pathologist and I overcame my speech impediment. Sitting on a living room floor full of toys 10 years later, I played with my 3-year-old twin cousins. The bigger of the two, Luke, excitedly waddled over and picked up a box full of toys, while Zach sat contentedly next to me waiting. I put the red triangle into the triangular cutout of the box, expecting them to get the idea and follow. Trying to force the yellow triangle into the blue square cutout, I could see Zach was getting very frustrated but wasn't asking for help. Watching him fail to communicate reminded me of my young self. From my experience, I knew Zach wanted to communicate, but he just didn't know how. Speech impairments have affected both me and my cousins, and I want to help other kids overcome their speech impairments just as my speech pathologist did for me. While I embraced speech class in school, I was curious about the other directions speech pathology can go. So in August 2017, I reached out to Avid Speech Therapy. I had the opportunity to observe her sessions and volunteer as often as I'd liked. This is where speech pathology impacted me the most. Narissa works with her clients on social skills, articulation, and has a lot of autistic clients who need to be taught to communicate in general. Since my cousin Zach has no real form of communication, when I was playing with him again, I decided to use some of the things Narissa had taught me. I did this continuously until he was able to do it himself. This moment felt like a victory for both Zach and me.